Alrighty. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another cool, fun episode of the Shellecast. What's the name of my show? I think it's Shellecast. Let's see if that's what it says in the title. Uh, so today we're gonna be doing more rankings because they're fun, and this time we're doing a Pokemon one. I'm a big Pokemon fan, so we're gonna go through. This is gonna be a bit of a long haul, but we're gonna go through and we are going to rank all of the original Generation 1 first game Pokemon. So, we have our thing pulled up. We have them all lined up and ready to go. So, I guess the only thing to do now is to start. I believe when I was looking at it, they're in alphabetical order, which is all the first generation Pokemon, all 100, well, including Mega Evolution, which are all looped together. So a little over 150. So yeah, so we're gonna jump in and we're gonna do it. They're in alphabetical order, which is a bit of a weird way to categorize them, but we'll do it anyways. So start off with Abra right here. So Abra. Oh, and some points to just talk about. I'm gonna try. There may be some exceptions, but I'm gonna try and only rank the Pokemon based on their design, only based on how they look, and not really take into account anything else. Just if I like how they look, they go higher. If I don't, they go lower. That's basically it. Abra is all right. I don't necessarily dislike Abra. It's got the little squinty eyes, which is pretty cute. Its feet are kind of gross. So we'll throw Abra we'll put Abra at a C. I think that's where Abra needs to go. Aerodactyl, on the other hand, I like Aerodactyl a lot. I think Aerodactyl is very cool. So we will because it's just this it's basically everything you want out of a pterodactyl Pokemon. It's angry, like vicious looking. Its wings are really cool. That the pointy tail color scheme's nice. So we'll put Aerodactyl up in A tier. Alakazam is after. Alakazam is a one that the whole Abra line, but Alakazam especially is one that a lot of people like, but also one that I've never really gotten. I've never really understood all the fuss about it. He's cool. He's fine, but he's by no means like one of my favorites. And it's yeah, and a lot of people really like Alakazam. But I think I'm gonna put Alakazam is better than Abra though. The whiskers are cool. The spoons are nice, but I think I'm gonna throw and if there's any people watching who are big Pokemon people, which a couple people are, it does have spoons, which makes it better than Abra, but I'm gonna put Alakazam in the B. Arbok is fine. Here's the thing with a lot of the first generation Pokemon is a lot of them are just sort of animal, but a little different. There's not a lot of sort of uniqueness to a lot of the designs. But that said, I do like Arbok. It's a cool concept with the face and everything. Purple cobra. So we'll throw we will see. Don't So someone is threatening a friend of mine is threatening to beat me up if Caterpie is an S tier, which I'm just everyone be on the lookout. I'm gonna put Arbok B, put him behind Alakazam. Now look, Brent just said that's what Pokemon are when I'm talking about the animal thing. Incorrect, because there are Pokemon like Trubbish that's a trash bag. And that's not an animal, but slightly different. And Trubbish is a great one. Arcanine is cool, but again, Arcanine's kind of just a big dog. And I know that Arcanine's again one of those that a lot of people like. don't super get the thing around. So we're gonna put Arcanine at the front. But we're gonna put Arcanine B tier. People are really fighting, man. People are fighting me on Alakazam. Okay, chat. Do you think that we got one saying Alakazam should be higher? Does anyone else think if you think we should bump Alakazam up? I'm willing to put Alakazam in A tier just because I don't dislike Alakazam. So if everyone's wanting me to throw Alakazam up an extra rank, we'll do it. But yeah, so just sound off if you want that. Articuno is probably my least favorite of the birds. I like the birds. I like the birds a fair amount. Trubbish is a Pokemon. I like the birds a fair amount. Articuno is probably my least favorite, but I still want to put Articuno in A. If Farfetch'd is an S tier, you're unsubscribing. Really? Farfetch'd of all things. Farfetch'd is fine. I don't dislike. I like the story behind Farfetch'd a lot. A lot of the Pokemon that are sort of have like some sort of Japanese or some other type of mythology behind them, I like those ones a lot, and I like Farfetch'd for that reason. And it's also like it's also why I like Magikarp and Gyarados a lot, and why I like some of the newer ones like Galarian, Yamask, and Reneragus a lot. We're gonna put Articuno in A, and you know what? Looking at everything together, we'll throw Alakazam up, but I'm putting him at the back of A tier. He has a leak. Yeah, I know, and that's why it's Farfetch'd. Because for those of you who don't know, Farfetch'd is a Pokemon. Let's find him. He's a duck holding a leak, and that's literally all Farfetch'd is. But it's like some Japanese like proverb or like something that I can't remember entirely off the top of my head, but it's basically like when you make duck soup, you usually use a leek with it. So if you find a duck carrying a leek, that's Farfetch'd, and it's a really like lucky thing, and it's a Farfetch'd thing to happen because then you have all the ingredients for your soup right there ready for you already. Okay, so Beedrill's tough because I'm inclined to put Beedrill in S tier. But I don't know how exclusive I want S tier to be. I feel like maybe I should put I feel like just to keep it, because I like a lot of Pokemon, but I think maybe to keep it less crowded, I should put a limit on how many I put up in S tier. Maybe. I'm not sure. But for now, I like Beedrill a lot. Beedrill is really cool. It's kind of doofy with the big old drill bits on its hands. It's kind of like a hokey, like cheesy thing. But I like it. I like it. So we're gonna throw Beedrill in S tier. Bellsprout. Now again, we're just going on design. So Bellsprout's gonna be lower than I'd love for him to be, because in my run of Let's Go Eevee that I did, I had a Bellsprout and then later a Victory Bell that was just the powerhouse of my entire thing. The best Pokemon I had. So I got like this in the last couple years after playing that game. I have this new like appreciation for Bellsprout. As far as Bellsprout's design goes, though, I'm putting him with Abra. Now I get to make people mad because we've got our first starter and it's Blastoise. And I don't super like Blastoise. Folks, Squirtle's my least favorite of the three. And that carries all the middle one changes a bit. I like Wartortle more than Ivysaur. Bellsprout makes me want to act up. Yeah, he sure does, buddy. Yeah, but we're gonna. Yeah, sorry, but we're but Blastoise is still cool. Don't get me wrong; all the original starters are really cool. But let's we'll throw Blastoise in B, high B. high B tier for Blastoise. Um, and Bulbasaur, well, Bulbasaur an A. Because look, you can't just. First of all, this is a very personal story. Bulbasaur was the first Pokemon that I ever really saw, but the first time I was like introduced to Pokemon, the first Pokemon I ever like noticed, really, I guess is the right word, because I was watching the show, but like I loved Bulbasaur. It was the first one I ever like cared anything about. So Bulbasaur goes in A. Also just because also because it's a good, just a solid design. Cute little frog dinosaur. Yeah, someone's saying put Bulbasaur in S tier. And I was inclined to do it, but I don't know how exclusive I want S tier to be. I don't think I looking at it, I do want to move Bulbasaur up to a higher A, but I don't think I want Bulbasaur in S. Butterfree is a butterfly. Butterfree, as far as Butterfree's design goes, I don't think it's anything super special. So I think I want to put Butterfree in C tier. No, there's none that I don't like so far, which is good. I won't make people too upset on that front. Caterpie is we'll put Caterpie. Yeah, it's left to right. Left is the highest ranking, right, and then it files down like that. Some Tate, my friend who's in the chat, is saying that the the entire Charizard line goes down into D tier. Yeah, I can revise it, but that takes time. And you're gonna be real mad at me. But let's continue. Caterpie. So let's see if I get beat up. Where do I want to put Caterpie? Caterpie is a very iconic Pokemon, and the animal it's based after is cool. My life hangs on the Caterpie decision. Man, this is a very open Caterpie thread. I do like Caterpie. I think Caterpie's way better than well, actually, I think I like Metapod a little more than Caterpie, but I think Caterpie is a lot better than like Butterfree is, for sure, as far as a design. Butterfree has a very solid design, good colors, good everything. I do like Caterpie. We'll put Caterpie A, but we're gonna put Caterpie A behind Bulbasaur, and we'll see what the we'll see if I get a knock on my door in a minute here. Okay, I don't like Chansey. I'll say it. I don't like Chansey. Not really. Chansey's all right, but I think Chansey's prior evolution and the one that comes after it, Happiny and Blissey, are both better, more interesting designs. So I think Chansey's going to be our first D. And I'm going to make, to not anger too many people, because I know there's a lot of discourse around this Pokemon, I'm going to make this next choice. Yeah, you're heading here? All right. I'm going to make this next choice silently, and I won't talk about it for too long, because I'll get a comeback. So I'm just... All right. Now, Charmander, again, I like all of the starters. I like Charmander more than Bulbasaur. Chansey goes in F. Move Chansey down. I could move Chansey down. I don't dislike Chansey that much. I have ideas about what's going in F, because there are a few Gen 1 Pokemon that I really don't like and I think are bad. But we're going to throw Charmander in front of Bulbasaur, A tier. I love the Charizard whole lineage. I think it's all super good. Actually, you know what? I think I actually want to arrange it like this. Because I like Charmeleon a lot more than Charmander. But Charizard's just so cool. It's such a classic, just wonderful thing. Also, Detective Pikachu made Charizard a lot cooler. Now we have Clefable and Clefairy. I like both of these actually. I like I like them. I think we'll put Clefable B behind Blastoise. And then Clefairy, I actually think I want to throw up in A. Charmeleon's the worst of the starter Pokemon. I disagree. I fully disagree. I'm not. You're not gonna be able to sway me on this one. Charmeleon's cool as hell. Cloyster. I don't like Cloyster. I really don't. But yeah, I think Clefairy goes A tier. I think Clefairy goes A tier. Blastoise is chopped liver for sure, dude. Charizard's way more iconic than Blastoise as a design. The silhouette's way better, like with the wings and everything. It's got a lot more visual appeal. Blastoise, I'm gonna say it. Blastoise is just a turtle with cannons on its shell, and that's not like. And as far as an idea goes, that's not that original. Like people have been putting things on turtle shells for a really long time. There's nothing too special about it. I'm just gonna say it. I'm gonna come right out. Charizard does have a cannon. It's his mouth. He has a mouth cannon. All right. So we're gonna move on from Charizard and Blastoise because, as with the last tier list, these aren't opinions; these are facts. So, anyways, we're gonna move Cloyster. I don't love Cloyster. You know what? I really don't like Cloyster. Every time I see Cloyster, I always forget Cloyster's a Pokemon. So I'm gonna put Cloyster in F. Just because. Cubone. Cubone's an S tier. In fact, yeah, Cubone's an S tier. Cubone, unless I'm forgetting one, I think Cubone is probably my favorite Gen 1 Pokemon. I like him more than Marowak. It's really, this is quite the stream. Charizard's weak to Blastoise? Yeah, but Blastoise can learn Solar Beam. So, you know. No, but Cubone is probably my favorite. I dressed up as Cubone for Halloween one year. It was my mom did a great job. It was a great costume. But it was like I had a milk carton that was cut in half and then it was like cut out to look like the skull. I had the bone. I had like a brown like onesie that we stitched like the white. I dressed as Cubone for Halloween. I love Cubone. And I don't think Cubone is the strongest design, which I know is breaking my rule. But I like Cubone too much to not put Cubone in S tier. So Cubone is staying exactly where he is. You know what? I want to move Cloyster up to D. I want to reserve F for the ones I really, really don't like. Ones like Dugong. Dugong's just a sea lion. There's nothing special about Dugong at all. I'm glad that everyone agrees that Cubone is where he belongs. Dugong is so boring. Such a boring Pokemon. That and Seal. I don't know where Seal's more towards the bottom, but Seal's gonna go in F2. I can tell you that right now. They're just animals. There is nothing special about either of them. The only argument you have is that it's like it has the horn, but that's it. Other than that, they are just. It is cute. It's a cute Pokemon, but it's a cute Pokemon because seals are cute. Oh my! Why are I no? I didn't expect anyone to fight me on Dugong. Look, it's a sea lion. It's fun, guys. I get it, but again, I'm trying to focus on the design, And as far as creativity and design goes, it's just a sea lion. Like, what do you want me to do with that information? I mean, man, you give me asthma. Diglett. Where does Diglett go? If they were going extinct, I'd respect them. You know what? Dugong can go extinct. So, this is almost as bad as the Smash tier list. Oh my gosh. Wow, I didn't expect to. Wow. All right, Diglett. Let's move on to Diglett. Dugong is staying in F. No one will convince me Dugong doesn't belong in F tier. All right, Diglett goes some. I'm not putting. Oh wait, are you saying S tier for Diglett? I don't know about that. Diglett is the best part of Mystery Dungeon. Full out agree. That remake's super good. And Diglett's great in that. Here's the kicker though, is as I don't know, man. Diglett's simple and Diglett's nice and Diglett's cute. I think I want to put Diglett behind Caterpie ahead of. I've pushed Aerodactyl back a fair bit. I don't want Aerodactyl that far back. I think I want Aerodactyl here. I keep Caterpie keeps getting pushed further and further down the line. You're gonna pizza mommy? Is that what the old school prank of when you order a bunch of pizzas? I'm not gonna give you my address on live on YouTube where anyone can grab it. Ditto. I like Ditto. Ditto's just a blob. It's not it's a simple design and it's effective for what it is and it's amorphous and all that stuff. I think Ditto works well. I only think Ditto will be B behind a Clefable. Now we get into these birds. One thing that Gen 1 does, like a few times, is they just take a thing and then when it evolves, they just make it more things. And I don't super love those. This is the exception though, because I like Dodrio a lot, actually. I think Dodrio is a really cool design. So as such, I think I want to put Dodrio in A, but behind Alakazam. Doduo, I think is worse. I'd say Doduo, at least design wise, is worse. So I'm gonna move Doduo to. Yeah. I'm gonna move Doduo to awful take, really. That Dodrio is better than Doduo. I want to put Doduo. I'll put Doduo B, but behind all of them. We'll move Doduo to C actually, but I think he's better than Butterfree. Dodrio is C or D? Really? C or D? I resoundingly disagree. Dodrio is just cool. Dodrio is basically everything you want out of an ostrich Pokemon. Like there's that pop of color with the feathers. The black on the head makes it super intense. I like Dodrio a lot. I think you're wrong. Dragonair. I don't know if I'm gonna step on any toes with my Dragonair take, but we'll see. You think Doduo's B? Yeah, okay. We'll move Doduo up to B. Did I expect this to be my most controversial content? Kinda. People have a lot of strong opinions about all Pokemon, but especially Generation 1, just because so many of us grew up with it. Dragonair's A? Hold on. Dragonair is not A. Dragonair is not A. Dragonair is not that good. Because I think Dratini and Dragonite are both better than Dragonair. I really do. I I don't think I think Dragonair is fine, but I don't think it's like stellar. I think I want Dragonair to be in B. And I want Dragonair to be in front of Ditto. 2 for A tier. I've already crushed some feet. Oh my god, that was from my girlfriend too. All right, well, Tate just said Dragonite's the worst. He doesn't fit the theme. I agree. I have a theory actually. Hold on. I have a theory about the dragon line. I have a theory that Dragonite was originally supposed to be so Dragonite was originally supposed to be Magikarp's evolution, and that Gyarados was supposed to evolve from Dragonair. But for one reason or another, probably because of some type of graphical limitation or something, they switched them. They switched them for some reason. And so my theory's right. I don't think my theory's right. I don't think it's ever been confirmed, but it makes a lot, like if you look at the colors, it just makes a lot of sense. I mean, obviously some stuff was changed when it happened, but I think that makes a lot of sense. Anyways, I agree that Dragonite isn't awesome, but I think Dragonite goes here. I put Dragonite ahead of Blastoise. No, I'm not. Dugong is not S tier, and I will fight that till the day that I die. Now, Dratini is the best one, and Dratini will go here. Dratini is Dratini's the best one. I love Dratini. Whenever I think of that evolutionary line, I always think of Dratini first. And someone said don't be stupid. Dragonite S. You think Dragonite S? I don't think Dragonite S. I think if you're going for that body shape, Charizard's way better. But I think Dragonite's the best one of that line. Because again, it's this very streamlined, very simple, like Wormling. It's very effective. I think it works really well. So that's why it goes there. Now it's time for everyone's least favorite gross, awful tape here, Drowsy. Now I like Drowsy, but apparently he makes a lot of people very uncomfortable. Okay, people support where I put Dratini. All good. I was worried that I wasn't putting him high enough for some reason. So Drowsy apparently makes a lot of people very uncomfortable. But where do I want to put him? Because I like him. I think he's really funny. I think tape ears are cool. I think it's a cool idea for. I think it's one of the better polls for like an animal to base something off of. You know, a lot you got like dog and snake, but I think tapir is just like sort of out of left field. And so I think that that's really cool, and I think it's very unique. You know what? I do like every time. I always forget about Drowsy, but every time I see Drowsy again, I'm like, dang, that's a cool Pokemon. We'll put Drowsy here. I think. Sandslash should be S tier. We'll see. I do like Sandslash. We'll have to see once I get down there. So Doug Trio, putting you in D because you're just 3 Diglets. And like again, I don't mind Doug Trio. I don't mind those like 3 things. I think they're fine, and I think they're all right. But I'm getting people agreeing with me. But I think they're just kind of lazy. And I think that Generation 4 helped a lot, like when it introduced Magnezone and made the 3 Magnemites become like one thing again. I think the Diglett line needs a 3rd evolution that sort of squishes the 3 together to make them one better thing. But I don't think they're as bad as Dugong, but they definitely are not great. Now we have Eevee. And I'm really tempted to put Eevee in S tier. Because, like it or not, Eevee is a very strong design. It resonates with a lot of people as essentially a secondary mascot at this point. And that just shows you that it really does have a strong design and a strong sort of visual to it. And I like Eevee. I think Eevee's cool in concept, but that's not super supposed to matter as per the rules I established. Do I want to put Eevee in S tier? People are saying, everyone's saying S. Yeah, okay, fine. We'll throw Eevee up in S tier, but we're putting Eevee last in S tier. Only because I'm on the fence, but Eevee's a low S tier. Do Eevee a low S tier. Ekans is Arbok, but worse. And I hope that doesn't upset anyone. But I can't with Ekans. Ekans is his I mean Ekans is really just like a worse, like Arbok. If you're gonna do a snake, Arbok is the way to do a snake. Ekans is the boring way to do a snake. The only thing that kind of saves it for me is the rattle and the way that they've done all of that. Everyone's saying F for Ekans. Okay. We'll make Ekans, but I'm putting Ekans ahead of Dugong. Because I still think it's better than Dugong. Electabuzz. You know something I saw recently? Apparently a lot of people don't like Electabuzz. And I've always really liked Electabuzz. But apparently a lot of people like really don't like how he looks. And it's really weird to me because he's based on an Oni, like the Japanese ogre, right? I think. I don't know. I've always thought Electabuzz is really cool. Like I really want to put Electabuzz up in A. I want to put Electabuzz up in A. But I don't know where. I think I want Electabuzz to be. I like Electabuzz a lot. I like the 3 like humanoid, or no, the 4 like human ones. I like all of them. I think a lot more than a lot of people do. Dang, do I really want to put him ahead of Bulbasaur and Charmander? I don't. I think I want him here. Okay. Electrode. And we're gonna move on. If anyone has any strong, I don't know why Tate's screaming no about something, but I don't know if anyone has any. Ekans is dope. Ekans is, I disagree. I think Ekans is fine. Tate's very upset where I put Ekans. We'll move Ekans up to D. I don't dislike Ekans too much. Or I don't dislike Ekans as much as Dugong. Electrode belongs there. We are going to throw. Okay, so now we have Execute. Execute is eggs, but I like it more than like some of the other it's just this thing Pokemon because there's some personality to it. There's some I think there's some solid effort there in Execute's design. So I think I'll throw Execute in. I think Execute's going to be somewhere in B. But I don't know where I want to put Execute. I think I want to put Execute right here. Ahead of a shiny Electrode is super cool. That it's blue. See, that's cool. And if it was blue originally, it would probably be higher. But it's just upside down Pokeball with face. And it's not even that fun of a face. It's a pretty boring. I think Voltorb's better. I think Voltorb's a lot better. I think Voltorb's a much more dynamic design. But Electrode's just really boring. Executor, I like a lot. I'm putting him. Do I like him more than... I think I actually want to do this. We'll do some rearranging. Yeah. Okay, now it's time for Farfetch'd. Talking about Farfetch'd earlier. I like Farfetch'd. I like the Galarian one more. I think the Galarian one is better, is a stronger design. But I do like Farfetch'd. Again, I like the story and everything behind it. I think it is funny. I think higher for Executor. I don't. I'm not gonna dwell on him. Because we have Farfetch'd. S or unsubbed. God, you're really pulling me over the coals here, huh? Brent, this is, by the way, the person saying put Farfetch'd in S tier or they're going to unsubscribe is Brent, who has been on late night. It was a very good friend of mine, and who has been on Late Night Creatures, I believe 3 or 4 times. Who is threatening me right now? I don't know, dude. Farfetch'd is good. Don't get me wrong. Farfetch'd is good. But it's just, I like the audacity of literally just making a duck holding a leak. There's something very, very powerful about it. What? Who's texting me? But there's something about it. I'm sorry, I'm getting a lot of text messages. I'm getting, yeah, okay. So, sorry, I'm getting feedback from the chat, and then I'm also getting people texting me things about the stream. I think S is a bit far-fetched too. Brent, if I make the pun, if I agree with Luke's pun that putting it in S tier is a bit far-fetched, is that funny enough to appease your ire? Because you're my friend, Brent, and I wanna put him in a spot that makes you happy. But I don't know, dude. I don't know. I just don't. If I were to put him, like normally without your intimidation, if I were to put him somewhere, I would have put him very high A, probably ahead of at least Bulbasaur and Charmander. But for now, we'll throw. Oh my god. We're gonna skip Farfetch'd. We'll come back to Farfetch'd. Fearow. I like Fearow a lot. Fearow's kind of just a I thought Gengar was your favorite Pokemon, Brent. I didn't know when did it become Farfetch'd? I like Fearow a lot. I think Fearow is definitely one of the stronger. I think it and Farfetch'd are the strongest of the birds from Gen 1. I think I want to put Fearow actually all the way here. I like Fearow a lot. I think Fearow is okay, changed 2 years ago. Gotcha. I think Fearow is a very good bird Pokemon. I really do. It's the long neck and the it's a very aggressive design. It has a lot of personality. I think it's very, very strong. So I'm putting it there. For now, we'll see if I change it. Farfetch'd going low S. Okay, so you like watching the ducks at college and sort of. That's cool. That's actually a very nice little story. Flareon is really good. It's my favorite of the Gen 1 evolutions. It's going in A tier. Yeah, it's not going to go in S. It's going to go in A. Put Flareon there. Brent has yelled good lad. Oh, because I put Farfetch'd in S tier. That's right. Doing good. I'm doing good. Thanks for asking. This is just becoming like a meetup. Ghastly is good. I think Ghastly's a very simple little creature. Very simple little ghost. I think he's cool. He's got a really solid um very simple, streamlined, gets the point across design, sort of this will-o-wisp aspect, I think is really cool and really effective. I do want to put Ghastly in A. See, I like so many of them. So many of them are in A. But I don't like Ghastly more than like Ghastly goes there. Gengar, on the other hand. Gengar used to be one of those where I was like, Gengar's all right. But the newest version of the anime has a Gengar in it, and it's a really cool and a really good design. So I think we're gonna put Gengar. We'll throw Gengar high A as well. I think I want to put Gengar here. Geodude, rock with arms. I think Geodude's cool. There's my chat has become my girlfriend and then a few friends of mine are literally catching up like in the chat right now. It's really funny. Then we have Geodude, right? I have to refocus. This has been a very fun stream. This has been intense. I appreciate everyone for coming out. So then we got Geodude. Geodude F. Dang. Let's see. I think Geodude F is actually very solid, but I don't think Geodude is on the same level as those two. But I will put Geodude. I'm gonna put Geodude D ahead of Ekans. Yeah, I think that's. I don't think that'll cause too much trouble. Now it's time for Gloom. I like I like Gloom. I like Gloom a lot. Just because Gloom is so, I don't know, Gloom's fun. It's got the drool and the spittle, and it's based on that no, Vileplume is based on that plant. But there's this plant that grows somewhere that I forget. I think it's somewhere in the rainforest that it's still preposterous that you think you could beat Mario in a fight. Dude, Mario's like 4 foot. You've played like Mario Odyssey. Mario's like this tall. Do you take Mario, you throw him, but that's not this stream. That's a different stream. I think Gloom, high B for Gloom. Yeah. See, I like Gloom a little more than that. I think I want to put Gloom here. Here. Yeah. I think that's the Gloom slot right here. Golbat. Apparently a lot of people don't really like Golbat either. The mouth weirds them out, I guess. But I like Golbat. I think I want to put Golbat high. Do I like Golbat more than Dragonite though? I don't. I need to move some stuff around actually. I think I need to move some stuff around. Because I need to put Golbat here. I need to put Dragonite like here, and I need to move Blastoise up as well. Because I like Blastoise more than a few of the ones that are ahead of it right now. Because I like it more than Alakazam. Blastoise there. Yeah, see that? No, that's someone just said. I missed it. I'd already started moving things because there's the delay. But no way he's higher than Dragonite and Blastoise. I agree. We've remedied that issue. Goldeen is gonna go in D. Golduck. I like Golduck. I like Golduck a lot. I think Golduck is. I think the Psyduck line's really good. I like Golduck. So I think but I don't think I like Golduck more than a lot of these. So I think I'm gonna put Golduck here, B tier. Golem. Dang. Well, here we go, guys. Golem going high. Bam. I like Golem a lot. I've said that for a lot of these. I like Pokemon. If fun fact, I really do. And Golem's really cool. I've always liked Golem's design a lot. I think it's a very solid, especially for comparing it to a lot of the Gen 1 design. I think it's a very solid thing. Graveler, on the other hand, is worse, but I think Graveler is better than Geodude. So Geodude's D, A, put Graveler here. Put Graveler here. Yeah, Golem's really cool. I like Golem. Grimer. Yeah, no, solid rock Pokemon design. Yes, precisely. Now, Golem is not the best designed rock Pokemon, like by far. Yeah, I don't know. The other Geodude ones just look weird. Golem is the one where it really like gets there. Grimer. Grimer's gross, but I love how gross Grimer is. And I like the audacity of him just making it a pile of sewage. Grimer's not S, but I think Grimer is like here. I had to scoot Diglett down now that I've looked at some stuff. People are jumping ahead. We'll see about Machamp being S tier when we get there. Growlithe is a dog. Growlithe's cute. I think Growlithe is definitely. I think Growlithe is better than. Yeah, I like Grimer and Muck a lot. But I jump back over to Growlithe. I think Growlithe is definitely a lot better than Arcanine, though. So I think I want to put... Is he better than Golduck? No, but he goes there. He's a dog. He's a good dog. Growlithe is a good dog design. There's better dog designs that come later, but Growlithe is a good one, like, for this generation. Gyarados. I got him, man. It's oops. Move some things. Crap. Where was it's here, I think. No. Yes. Gyarados is S. Gyarados is S. I know it's a very cliche thing. A lot of people a lot of people super love Gyarados, but Gyarados is just such a strong design. Jump back to Growlithe. I don't know, guys. Look, there's better fire animals and there's better dogs later. Growlithe as a dog design is fine, but it's not like stellar. I didn't put it down with Dugong. It's Growlithe's good, but I think like Pyroar and Litten and there's another fire animal that I'm blanking on right now, but I think they're way stronger design wise. So yeah. So that's my stance on it. I just think they're stronger. A Haunter, I think, should be as close to in between Gengar and Ghastly as I can get it, because it really is just that. That line only gets better as it as the design of that line only gets better as you go through the line. I think Haunter is better than Ghastly, but not as good as a Gengar. And I think he's a stronger design than Caterpie. So I think that's about where they sit on the whole. Dugong, here's the thing. Dugong is a fine like drawing and a fine design for an animal. But like when you're comparing Dugong to something like Golduck or something like Gyarados or Beedrill, Dugong is just so boring. Now, we're getting to our first. This is one of the ones that I was like, this is always. This is a. One of the ones that I was like, this one might start a fight because the two Hitmonchan and Hitmonlee, they're one of the ones like the starters where you choose, and so people have the mental psychology, I guess, to get somewhat defensive if you don't pick the same choice that they chose, which is natural. It's a very human thing. So I'm gonna say now, Hitmonlee is better than Hitmonchan by a country mile. Hitmonchan's fine, but I don't think Hitmonchan is super stellar. I think Hitmonchan goes there, and I'm putting Hitmonlee S. In fact, where do I want to throw? Yeah, dude, Hitmonlee's such a cool design. I really like Hitmonlee. See, I knew it. See, I have Brent and Tate both coming at me. Hitmonchan's better. They're freaking out, and it's because it's the one where you get the choice. Hitmonlee is way cooler. It's just as a design, it's way. I think it's a way stronger design. I think it gets its point across better. It's less busy. There's a lot of busy details. Thank you. Someone agrees with me. There's a lot of busy details on Hitmonchan. It's a very busy design. For a humanoid. I think it's a lot weaker than Hitmonlee is a more simple design. It's a more streamlined design, which I like better, especially for a fighting Pokemon. See, good. I'm glad this started a fight. I'm glad I was right about that. Horsey's just here's the thing. Horsey is just a seahorse. You can flip flop. You can flip. Yeah, it only has 2 colors. That's one of the things that makes it as strong as it is. Hitmonchan's colors. I think Hitmonchan's color scheme also doesn't work super well. I think the purple's weird. I think the purple's a lot better when you put it in the context of Tyrogue, but then I also don't think that because the other 2 don't follow that at all. It's just I don't think it's that strong. You think a C for Horsey? I severely disagree. I think Horsey's I actually think Horsey might be worse than Dugong. Horsey's just a seahorse. There's nothing special about it. Seadra's better. Like Seadra, its evolution is a way better way to do a seahorse. I like it more than Ekans though, and Goldeen, but not more than Geodude. Horsey goes in D tier. It's so by the way, everyone, Caroline, my girlfriend, is in chat, and she is I took it to task when we started dating of getting her into Pokemon, and she's fairly into Pokemon now, but she really, really likes Pokemon that are cute and really doesn't like ones that aren't. And so me throwing things like Dugong and Horsey, which have very cute designs, as low as I've put them, are making her somewhat upset. And I'm sure I'll hear about it later. Anywho, Hypno's worse than Drowsy. I don't super like Hypno. I think Hypno's too busy. I don't think the concept comes through clear enough on Hypno. I think Drowsy is a much stronger and a much more subtle. Why are we still fighting about Dugong, guys? Dugong is not moving out of S tier. I don't care what you do. He will not move out of S tier. We're gonna move Hypno. I just really don't like Hypno, especially comparing it to Drowsy. I think there were way better ways to do it. I think Hypno is you know what, actually? Dang, I think Hypno I think Hypno might be there's a revolution happening in my chat to try and get Dugong up to a higher rating. I think I'm gonna put Hypno D actually. Because I think it's weaker than any of the C tier ones. I'll put it low C. Well, what's great about everyone worrying about Dugong is I can make more controversial choices and no one's gonna care, especially when I get to Jigglypuff. Hypno is quite arousing, not gonna lie. I'm sure that he could convince you of that. Ivysaur, like I said, I don't super love Ivysaur. I think it's definitely the weakest of the Bulbasaur line, and it's probably the weakest out of all of the starters for me. Full honesty, because it's kind of just bigger Bulbasaur. I think I slot it right. Dang, I keep scooting it down. I think Ivysaur goes there. Diglett and Dugtrio should be lower. Yeah. Oh, they're not as bad as the Alolan version, but I still dislike them. I really like the Alolan versions, actually. But that's a fight. Well, but that can be a that's gonna be a fight for if we ever do Gen 7. Which, by the way, I mean, look, guys, if this has been very fun, so if we want to, we can just spend the next few weeks to just go through all the gens. I feel like that could be a fun time. But we'll get there when we get there. Jigglypuff is a good design. Jigglypuff is very solid. I think Jigglypuff I like Jigglypuff a lot. That said, I don't super duper like Jigglypuff. And I like Wigglytuff. I like its evolution more. I do like it more than a lot of these. But I don't think I like it more than... I definitely like it more than Hitmonchan. Put Jigglypuff there. Look at all these A tiers. You guys are all getting mad at me, but look how many I've put up in A tier. I'm not being that mean. Just being mean to the ones that you guys like, I guess. Jolteon is worse than Flareon. It's probably the worst of the original 3 evolutions, in my opinion. Where did I put Flareon? Put Flareon in A. Jeez. Jolteon, I don't think Jolteon even sits in A. You think A tier is generous for Jigglypuff? See, I don't know. I don't think so. I need to take a second every now and then to relook at everything, because this is a lot of, Pokemon to go through. So looking at it in there, but Jolteon, I think Jolteon's going to be high B, because I don't think I like it more than anything up here, but I definitely like it more than Golbat and most of these. Jinx. I'm so excited, because here's the thing. A lot of people really hate Jinx's design. I don't super hate it. I think it's definitely the weakest of the humanoid designs, and it's definitely not gonna be everything. It's not gonna be like A or S. Maybe low A. But it's definitely weaker than the other ones. But we can put Jinx. Jinx is stronger than Hypno. I think Jinx is going to be bottom of B tier, which I'm sure a lot of people would want me to put it lower. But Jinx is a fine enough design. Now, oh yeah, fight number 2 is whether Ammonite or Kabuto is better. Kabuto is the better one. We'll start there. Kabuto is the better one. Yeah, I know. Dude, I know. These were the 2. Or the starters, Hitmonchan and Hitmonlee, and Kabuto and Ammonite were the ones that I knew were going to be a lot of very problematic. Yeah, and I know that the Jinx design there is not completely accurate to the Gen 1. I don't know, man. I think Jinx is fine. Anywho, Kabuto's good. I like Kabuto a lot, actually. I think Kabuto and Kabutops are very strong. They're still probably two of the strongest fossil Pokemon. They're not my favorite fossils, but they are like up there. Now don't get me wrong, I like Brent's upset, but I like the other two as well. I like Omastar and Ammonite as well, but I think they're just Kabuto and Kabutops are better. And as such, I'm going to put them where I think they belong. Oh, you meant Jinx on the controversy? Oh, okay. Well, hey, both. You know. All right. So, Kabuto. I need to move Diglett down. I don't think Diglett really belongs up here. I don't like it that much. I think that is right, but I think I need to move Diglett to like I think I need to move Diglett there actually. I put Diglett way too high. I definitely put Diglett too high. Kabutops is very strong. I'm almost tempted to put Kabutops up in S. But we will put him ahead of Golem for now. All right. Kadabra. Kadabra is I think the strongest of that line, actually. I think Alakazam loses a lot of the good that Kadabra did for the design. So I actually, but not by that much, but I think I do want to put Kadabra here. I'll put Kadabra, sort of middle A. Kakuna is kind of boring, actually. As far as the Cocoons go, I like Beedrill a lot, but Kakuna is not really one of my favorites. So we're gonna put Kakuna. Yeah, Kadabra. I put Kadabra a little higher than B, because I definitely think it's better than Alakazam. We're gonna throw Kakuna up to we're gonna put Kakuna C tier right there. Now Kangaskhan, I really like Kangaskhan. I've never used a Kangaskhan in any game, but it's always been one of those Pokemon that I've always wanted to use, but I could never find one. I do like Kangaskhan a fair bit. I think Kangaskhan can go there. It's just a cool concept. It's a cool concept. It's a cute concept. It's this really sturdy, like powerful design that I think really works well for it. It's very aggressive. Kingler is a similar thing. I think Kingler's cool. Not super cool, but it's definitely better than Krabby. I think I want to put Kingler. Throw Kingler here. No. Yes, yeah. Throw Kingler here. Ahead of like Execute and Ivysaur, but behind Dragonair. Coughing. All right. I had a drink, but I guess not. Anyways, not that important. So, coughing. I like coughing. I like wheezing more, but I do think coughing is a solid little, it's a solid concept. It has a solid design to go with it. So we'll put coughing. Do I like coughing more than Clefairy? I don't think I do, actually. So, yeah, I don't really. Oh yeah, Kingler did do a lot in the anime, didn't he? Yeah, I think coughing. S for relevance. Oh wait, sorry, Brent. S for relevance on which one? Coughing. Oh, because I was coughing earlier. I see. You're really funny. I'm gonna put coughing here. Now here's another one. Krabby. Kingler's pre-evolution. Kingler is the right. Where'd Kingler go? Right way to do a crab. Wrong way to do a crab. You're gonna go here. Krabby's a boring design. It's just a crab. Lapras. A lot of people like Lapras. Lapras is sort of one of those Pokemon that is pretty iconic. It's got a solid silhouette. There's a lot of iconography with it regarding like the ocean in Pokemon, but I don't super love Lapras. It's kind of I don't know. It's kind of an what's the right word? It's kind of an obvious. It's kind of an obvious design. For what it is, because it's like a fairy Pokemon, not fairy like a pixie, like a water carry you across the water fairy, and that's sort of what it's supposed to do. I don't hate animals. I hate Pokemon that are too close to animals, but we'll put. Man, I just don't know. I just don't think Lapras is that strong. Yeah, man. I think Lapras goes here. Low B. Low B for Lapras. Just because I don't know. It's just that is what you would do if you wanted to make a Pokemon that performs that job. But I don't know. It's a little too on the nose, I guess is the right way to say it. But now, Lickitung is a high A tier, I think. Here. I like a lot of people don't like Lickitung either. It's so weird to me. There's a lot of Pokemon that I've always you guys say you think that's fair, I assume to Lapras. I don't know. There's a lot of Pokemon that apparently like most people who played the game just don't like, but I've always loved them. And Lickitung is one of those. Apparently people really don't like Lickitung or its evolution at all, but I really like Lickitung. Now we get into the Machamp, the fighting type people who are just little human creatures. I think Machamp is definitely the strongest of the bunch, primarily because of the color they picked. There's something very fleshy about the colors for Machop and Machoke that makes them feel very fleshy and almost gross. Machamp, I think, is the right gray to make it seem more like an animal and less like just like a very pale human. It's a weird thing to really, I guess, care about. But I think Machamp is a very solid design. I don't think Machamp is all the way S, but I think I like Machamp. Where should I throw Machamp? I think we throw Machamp there. An A tier. Machoke, again. Machoke's just kind of gross. It's all veiny. And here's the thing with the like weird markings on them is there's Pokemon that come later. Then it's another one like Timber and Girder and Conkeldurr that again a lot of people don't. You think Machoke's the worst? We'll get there in a sec, but that a lot of people don't like. But I think they're a lot stronger. As like designs of like strong, slightly humanoid designs than the Machop line is. I think Machoke. I'm throwing Machoke's C tier, high C. And dude, you think Machoke is worse? I don't know. There's something like really gross about like almost like Gollum Smeagol-esque about Machop to me. That's just, I don't know, dude. It feels like Machop would be like the most horrid thing to like pick up in the world. He's like a house elf. He's like a weird house elf. I don't know. I just really think he's just kind of grody. I don't think he's super, like, he's not terrible. He's definitely not D, but I think he's weaker than a lot of these here. Magikarp. As far as design goes, I think it's a good way to do a fish. I think there's a lot of fish Pokemon that are very bad, but I think Magikarp is the right way to do it. Do I want to put Magikarp all the way up in A? I think. I'm trying to do some calculations in my head of what I like more. Yeah, I think Magikarp goes there. Low A, but still, I think it's a very solid. It's the right way to do a fish. And Magikarp's. I listen, guys. Look, I'd love to put Magikarp up in S for the bit. And you know what? If I hadn't put Gyarados up in S already, I would have put Magikarp up in S. But I've laid a foundation here already. So that's the sitch. No, I'm not putting Magikarp in S tier. And you know what? Now I'm just doing it as an active protest. Magmar is another one that apparently people don't like that much. No, Magikarp's staying A. I don't think he's better than most of these. He's definitely not better than any of the S tiers. Magmar, dude, I don't know, dude. All the humanoid ones, Gyarados F. No. Magmar, I think is good. I think he's the best of the humanoids. I actually probably like him more than the two starters too. I like Magmar a lot. I think Magmar goes there. Magmar's a cool design. A lot of people, again, I'm saying this, and this is just, I guess, maybe the circles that I've run in online and stuff. But yeah, apparently a lot of people really don't like Magmar either. They think he's weird. I disagree. Okay, so Magnemite, I think is good. I think it's very good. I think Magnemite is probably. I think Magnemite probably goes there. And we're gonna, again, same thing, dude. Look, they're fine. I do like them a lot though. I like Magneton a lot better than like Doug Trio because I think it makes a lot more sense from a design standpoint, but it's still not. I want him ahead of Chansey. It's still not entirely there. Mankey. Mankey is cool. Mankey, and again, this is the thing. Mankey is not like just a monkey. In fact, he's very much not a monkey. I like Mankey. I think we put Mankey here. Marowak. I think Marowak is strong, but it's definitely not as strong as Cubone. It's somewhat disappointing. The difference. Magmar have ball head. It kind of does, yeah. The difference is somewhat is fairly disappointing, but I think they are strong. But how strong are they? Yeah, that's right. That's good for why am I blanking? I just said Marowak. Jesus, I forgot his name. Okay, we're in the megas. We're in the mega evolutions. And I'm probably going to step on some toes here because for some reason, a lot of people have very strong opinions on the mega evolutions. But before we jump into them, I'm going to say I think a lot of the mega evolutions are lame and make them look worse. A lot of them are going to be low. First of all, I think Mega Aerodactyl really ruins a lot of what makes Aerodactyl cool. Like in a major way. I think Mega Aerodactyl is a terrible design. It's so busy. There's so much like nonsense going on. God, I really don't like it. I really don't like Mega Aerodactyl. But I don't dislike it as much as Dugong Electrode. Mega Alakazam, I think, is worse. It's the robe doesn't make sense. The design, it's bad. I think here's the thing. A few of the megas are really good, but I think most of them are bad. I think most of them are bad. Beedrill. Mega Beedrill is all right. It's not terrible. It's not great, but it's not awful. I think we put Mega Beedrill C tier right there. Mega Alakazam's the best. Dude, I don't know. It's just sort of more spoons and make him kind of more of a wizard. 5 spoons is better than 2 spoons. I agree if we're in an eating contest, but this is a street fight. I do like him better than Alakazam. Looking at, I really don't like Aerodactyl. Mega Blastoise. Oh my gosh, 2 more, actually no, only 1 more gun. That's the thing. He doesn't even get extra gun. Um, oh my gosh, I just remembered why Caroline cares about. So in the new anime, there is a thing that happens where one of the characters tries to catch a dugong, and the way they animate the dugong and everything is very, very cute, and it's a very funny scene. And that I remember now. I forgot that we had some sort of connection with dugong already. I completely forgot. I know it's one big no, but that's the thing is Blastoise doesn't even get 2 more guns. He gets 1 more gun. He loses a gun and then gets 2 more. So he only gets a net of 1 gun. I think Mega Blastoise is better than a lot of them, but I don't think he's better than Beedrill. Charizard, Mega Charizard X is a fine design. It's just all right. See ya, buddy. Have fun in D&D. I think it's stronger than yeah, I think it goes there. Dude, I don't know. But now yeah, thanks, buddy. We'll keep keep trucking ahead. Mega Charizard Y though, I think is better. I think it's I think it makes more sense, at least. It's one of my favorite megas. I think it's really cool. So I think it's gonna get up into C, but I don't think it's gonna be better than Arbok. Mega Gengar, I think is bad. I don't think Mega Gengar works well. I think it's an odd place to take Gengar to. I think you lose a lot of Gengar's personality and a lot of Gengar's spirit with it. I think it's bad. It's going to go here. Mega Gyarados is one of the better ones, but it's not super great. I think it sits probably about nope, not even better than that one. I think it sits here. Mega Kangaskhan, though, is a good mega because it gives you that extra thing that you want. You get to see the baby all grown up. I think it's one of the stronger ones, especially from the Gen 1 Pokemon. Throw it here. Mewtwo X, I think is dumb. I think it really betrays a lot of what makes Mewtwo intimidating. It's not the fact that he's a big, strong man. It's the fact that he can rip your brain apart without touching you. So I think making him a fighting type and making his design just like more buff, I think is a major misstep. Mewtwo Y, I think is, for those same reasons, I think is better because it really plays on the psychic a lot better. And it also makes him look more like Mew, which, you know, he was attempted to be a clone, so it works in the first place. I think that one goes, I think it's stronger than both of these, actually. It may go in B. Yeah. Oh, that's A. Sorry. Yeah. So I think I think Mewtwo Y is one of the stronger megas. Pidgeot he just gets a longer feather. I think it's weird. I think it doesn't super work. I think it makes the design a lot more busy. Where is it? It's not. It's better than these though, but I think it's more so like. I think that one's here. Mega Pinsir is unnecessary. The wings, it's unnecessary. It makes the design way more busy. I think it really detracts from a lot of what makes Pinsir, the Pinsir design work. It's gonna go. It's the same thing with Aerodactyl. These are just too much. Mega Slowbro is good because Mega Slowbro is funny. Slowbro and Slowpoke have always been this sort of comedic relief with Pokemon, so I think having their Mega Evolution be a bit of a joke is a good idea. I think they're about on the same level of Kangaskhan, where it does work. I don't. Brent's telling me not to be stupid about something, but I've probably moved past it because I'm trying to move past the Megas as fast as I can. because I don't super care about him. Mega Venusaur is, again, in the same vein as Mega Charizard. It's good because it's only just Venusaur, but a little bigger. But I don't think it's as strong as a lot of these. I think it's stronger than Blastoise, but I don't think it's strong as Gyarados or Beedrill. All right. Megas are finished. So now we have Meowth. That's right. I like Meowth. Meowth is kind of just a cat, but the coin and the whole like lucky cat thing, I think it works in Meowth's favor. I think Meowth goes here. Metapod is better than Kakuna. It's a stronger Cocoon Pokemon. I don't think it gets above B tier. Yeah. Yes. No. Metapod goes there. Yay, legendaries. Cool. Mew is fine. Mew's cool in concept, and Mew is cool for the concept and what Mew does. Mew's design's kind of boring. It's kind of just like a bubblegum creature. But I think we are gonna throw Mew up somewhere in A tier, probably. Definitely better than Hitmonchan. Yeah, I think Mew goes there. Mewtwo is very good. Cool design, strong design. But I don't think I like it more than those three that we have up in A tier. Easy S for Mew. No, I don't think Mew's S, dude. I think Mew sits right here. Argue with you on that. Metapod over Dugong. Yep, that's right. Moltres is the best bird. Strongest bird, coolest bird. Oh yeah, Mewtwo over Mew for sure. Design-wise, oh yeah. Way stronger. Way cooler. Mewtwo. I would put Mewtwo in S tier, but I really just don't think it's super in the highest in the caliber the other ones are. I think Moltres. Dang, I like Moltres a lot. I think Moltres goes there. Yes, Mewtwo over Dugong. Christ. Mr. Mime. Oh, hold on. No one leave. All right, I'm getting something very cool. Okay. Yeah, this is Mr. Mime. So I have a Mr. Mime. I like Mr. Mime. A lot of people don't like Mr. Mime. They think he's creepy and weird. And you're right, he is. But I'd like you to find me a mime who isn't creepy and weird. So it's very on brand. Anywho. Now Mr. Mime I don't think will make it into S. But I think Mr. Mime will get up to oh, how did I grab Beedrill? What happened? Oh, okay. Sorry, the tier list is getting so long. I don't know why here. All right. So the tier list is getting long to the point where is that working? I don't know if we can see you. Mr. Mime, where's a hold on. I gotta activate the Mr. Mime configuration. Sorry, folks. Gotta activate the Mr. Mime configuration. Okay. Yeah. And Mr. Mime will watch watch us. Yeah, Caroline got that for me. But yeah, so we're throw Mr. Mime. I think Mr. Mime's gonna be a higher A tier. But let's see. I think Mr. Mime goes here. High A tier. Oh yeah. I'm sorry. Where did I put Ditto again? Where did I put Ditto? And I think that's a fair placement for Ditto. He's higher than average. There's Muck. Where Muck is cool. Oh, Mink just started streaming. I do have. If you think I am even on the level to consider Mink's competition, you are insanely wrong. Nowhere near that, dude. That'd be funny if I was. So Muck, I think is bad. I think Muck's a little worse than Grimer. I think I put Muck here. I think I get the sort of the idea of making him grosser and worse, but I think it's a little too much. All right, Nidoking and the Nidos. I don't super care too much for the Nidos. I think they're all pretty solid C tiers, but I think Nidoking is stronger than the rest of them. Is he? Yeah, I think Nidoking goes there. Nidoqueen is also stronger than the rest of them. Yeah. Pile of slime over Dugong, and I'm not gonna say Muck backwards. Can't get me that easily. All right, then Nidoran, male and female. Again, I think they're pretty boring designs, and they're weird. They're a very bizarre just thing. And they're also the only Pokemon. They're really funny because they're the only Pokemon whose gender difference makes them different species. And the reason for that is because they couldn't figure out how to program the genders to do different things in the original game, so they had to just make them different Pokemon. So yeah, I think they're both solid C's. I think Nidorina is a stronger design than Nidorino, who I think is actually, yeah. I think they're all pretty close together in this sort of middle, high C, low B range. All right, Ninetales. It's pretty cool. Solid design, cool, mythology behind it. But I don't know. Yes, I'm putting them above Dugong. Dugong is staying in F. Stop fighting me about it. Ninetales is... Sorry, I'm having to scroll and try and drag things at the same time. It's a bit of an ordeal. Ninetales goes somewhere. Thank you, Ryan. Dugong is lame. I think Ninetales is stronger than... I think Ninetales sits somewhere in B tier. Yeah, I think Ninetales sits there behind Arbok. Oddish. Oddish is cute. It's a good little... It's a good grass Pokemon design. It's a solid little... it's a solid little mongrel. Yeah, I like Oddish. I think Oddish is stronger than a lot of the Megas, but I don't think it's... But Bellsprout is definitely the stronger of the two. All right, Ammonite. Cool. Back to Lord Helix. Ammonite goes... I think Ammonite goes somewhere in A. But he's not better than Kabuto. Yeah. Ammonite goes there. Omastar is, I think, worse. I think Omastar is worse than Ammonite. That's a weird way for that evolution to go, in my opinion. So I do think he's better than Hitmonchan still. Onyx. Onyx is a classic. He's the first sort of scary Pokemon you ever meet. It's the first Pokemon that can possibly kill you. Rock Snake. The idea is there. The idea is pretty solid. I'm not a super big fan of its design. I think Steelix is a lot stronger. But I do think he goes ahead of the Nidos and ahead of Metapod. I think Onyx sits at a low B. Parasect, I know goes somewhere up in A. I like Parasect a lot. I think Parasect is a good way to do a bug Pokemon. And also the idea and the concept of the zombie mushroom is pretty solid as well. Parasect we will throw up to do I like him more than there? Paris is not as interesting. Yeah, I think we put Paris. Honestly, Paris may be a lot lower. Paris there. Persian. Starting to speed around here. Stream's getting a little long, so we may start having to rapid fire. Persian's worse. Persian gets worse. Like Meowth is a good little take. Persian's a lot worse. I think Persian's pretty. Yeah, Brent, what's up? I think Persian's pretty boring. So Brent, that's not gonna work, Brent. One, because I haven't actually heard the song. I literally only know that song exists because of the meme. And two, because I'm not, stupid. I think Persian is better than Ekans. But he's worse than Geodude. D tier. Which one is this? This is Pidgeot. Pidgeot's not a good bird. A lot of people love Pidgeot. Pidgeot's a very boring bird. In my opinion. I think he's better than the Mega. But yeah, Emily in Paris. Thanks, Ryan. I think Pidgeot's all right. I think Pidgeot is worse than Machoke, but better than Nidorina. Pidgeotto is also just a bird. I think Pidgeotto is actually better, though. I think there's some more spirit to it. There's a bit more personality. It's literally like Pidgey has a bit of personality. No, Pidgeot's fine. Like, it's a cool Pokemon. It's cool enough, but like as a design, it's kind of just a bird. Pidgeotto's better, though. I think Pidgeotto has a lot more personality. Put Pidgeotto here. And then Pidgey. Pidgey's just a bird. Like, Pidgey's just a bird. There's nothing else to say. There's nothing special. Pidgey's just a bird. Pikachu is definitely high. Pikachu is a good design, which is the reason that he's as popular as he is. But how good? We putting Pikachu in S tier? I don't think so. Because I think Raichu's better. I think Raichu's a stronger design. We'll put Pikachu. Sorry. We aren't too Pichu yet. We will throw Pikachu somewhere in A tier. Yeah. About middle A tier. Head of Blastoise. Pinsir is going to go high. The bug Pokemon are really strong in Gen 1. I think the bug Pokemon are really strong in Gen 1. And I think they get a little worse. But then I think Gen 5 and up, they get a lot better again. But Pinsir's a cool one. I think that's where I want Pinsir. Poliwag is cute. The tadpole, the whole little intestines idea, I think is strong and clear. But that said, it's a stronger design than Paris, but Pinsir's not lame. Also, you spelled it wrong. Yeah. Poliwhirl there. Or no, not Poliwhirl. Poliwag. Poliwhirl is, I think, a little worse. Yeah. Is a little worse. I think it loses some of the charm when you make it more humanoid. So we'll throw him here ahead of Diglett. But Poliwrath, again, what makes a Pokemon design I think really good to me is personality. You know, and Poliwrath has a lot of personality. There's a lot of big personality. I think he's solid. Yeah, Poliwrath's good. Poliwrath is good. B tier, solid B. Throw him right there. Ryan, are you at work, by the way? Ponyta is a fire horse. I think Ponyta is also a better fire. That's what it was. Ponyta is also a better fire animal than Growlithe is, I think. Yeah. I think Ponyta, slot Ponyta on right there. Porygon. Oh. All right. Porygon. Guess where Porygon's climbing to, everyone? That's right. Porygon's an S tier. I love Porygon. Porygon's idea is cool. Design's solid. It all works. I think it's very cool. Oh, you're sick at home. Sorry about that. Evolutions are very solid. Porygon goes right there. Primeape is, again, I think a little better than Mankey just because of the personality, but not too much better. They're very similar. Primeape is very much just bigger Mankey, but it has some more spunk, some more fire to it. Not literally, it's a fighting type, but you know what I mean. Yeah. Psyduck. All right, Psyduck time. Honestly, before like Detective Pikachu, I probably would have put Psyduck pretty low. But I think for now, yeah, Hitmonlee's S tier, dude. But I think for now, I think I want to put Psyduck here. Psyduck is a very solid design. It's cute. It's a good way to do an animal because Psyduck is, look, if you look at, I think Psyduck is actually a stronger way to do a duck than Farfetch'd is. So put him ahead. I think Psyduck is also very solid. Raichu. Again, like I said, I think Raichu's stronger than Pikachu. For sure. So Raichu, where did I put Pikachu? I put Pikachu somewhere in A. Yeah, right. Yeah. Yeah. But Raichu right there. Right ahead of Pikachu. Rapidash is actually, in my opinion, a little worse than Ponyta. I think it gets a little busy. I think it loses a lot of, I think you lose a fair bit. So we're going to put Rapidash, I think actually we're going to put Rapidash right below because I do think Rapidash is still stronger than Golduck. Raticate is a gross rat, but again, it's got a bit more personality to it. You know, I was dragging it here to move it, but I think I actually like Raticate right here. Rattata's just a rat. It's purple, so that helps a bit. But I do think like it's a very like classic Pokemon, but I think we put Rattata here. Taking an animal and making it purple, like a rabbit or a rat or a snake, is kind of like a thing that happens a few times in Gen 1 that's really weird. Rhyhorn is very good. I think Rhyhorn's high. Rhyhorn's A. I'm almost tempted to put it in S, but I don't think he's quite there. Oh yeah, is that right? Rapidash is busy, dude. It's too much fire. You throw the horn in there, the eye gets more complicated. Yeah, Ugly Rat over Dugong. I really just don't like Dugong. I've never super liked Dugong and Seal. And another reason why I don't like him that much is because there's way better Seal Pokemon 2 generations from now. Rhyhorn, throw Rhyhorn here. Or not Rhyhorn, Rhydon. Rhyhorn is, I think, worse. I think a significant margin. It's a lot more boring because it's kind of just rock rhino. So dang, yeah, scooting it down a fair bit here. I think right there. Yeah. Sandshrew, pretty all right. It's at least a bit more creative. I don't think it's super strong. It's very much close to that, like, just animal line, but I think it's better than a lot of them are. Um, yeah, put Sandshrew right there. I do agree. No, Rapidash is epic. Um, so then what do you mean how I feel about therapy? I'll go to therapy if I think I need it, but I definitely don't need therapy for for putting Dugong in F tier. There's way more reasons that I need therapy, and that's not one of them. Sandslash is a good design. I don't think it's S, but it's gonna be high A. I just need to nail down exactly where. Honestly, yeah, Sandslash is a good design. I think we'll put him behind Mewtwo. Um, Scyther. S. Easy. Scyther's an easy S tier. Yeah. Scyther, easiest S. Yeah. I don't need to explain myself. Scyther's badass. Seadra, better than Horsea. Good way. This is the right way to do a seahorse. So, but where stronger than them? But I don't think it's stronger up there. I think yeah, Seadra's right there. It isn't that much better. Seeking is also not good. Seeking's actually really bad. Actually, I really don't like Seeking. I forgot. Seal, high F, but still F. Actually, no, Seal's actually better than Dugong. Seal has a lot more personality than Dugong. I'm gonna put Seal a fair bit higher, I think, because there's again, Dugong is like just like friendly sea lion. Seal has a lot more playfulness. There's a lot more personality to the design. Yeah, I think we put Seal. Seal is, I think, is a solid C tier. I think we put Seal right here. Shelder isn't great, but that little tongue is so fun. Again, there's some personality to Shelder that I think is absent, especially in its evolution. Right there. Yeah, right there. Slowbro is good. I don't super love Slowbro. I think it's kind of it's Slowpoke with a thing on its tail, and I think that's kind of lazy. And I get that that is literally what it is, but again, as a design, I don't think that's super strong. So as such, I think Slowbro is also a pretty solid C. I think he's actually right here, actually. Slowpoke, on the other hand, awesome. I love Slowpoke. Slowpoke's gonna be an A. Not sure exactly where, but definitely an A. Honestly, I like Slowpoke more than I like Pikachu as a design. Yeah, right there. Cool. Snorlax. Is gonna be also a high A. There's just something so nice about the design. It's simple, streamlined, gets the point across, and even though it's sleeping, there's so much personality to it. Now where in A does it go though? Actually, I think it's very low A because I think I still like everything above it more. But Snorlax definitely is A. I definitely like it more than anything in B. Spearow, again, just a bird. He got more personality than Pidgey, but just a bird. Squirtle is fine. Again, don't super love Squirtle. I think he's the weakest of the starters. But yeah, man. I think he's gonna be close to Blastoise here. I like him more than Articuno, but less than Marowak. Squirtle goes right there. No, Snorlax is an S. It's A. It's right there. I put it there. Starmie. Staryu is good. Starmie is just not. It's just weird. It's a weird way to go about it. So Starmie, I think, is better than a lot of things. Because it's kind of cool and it's kind of abstract. And they do better sort of using using the this idea of these sort of more abstracted Pokemon, they go forward with it more in later gens and get better at it. Starmie, though, I think goes right there. Staryu, on the other hand, is better. Um, just because it's got this more it's not too far. It reminds me a lot of like Baltoy, who's a Pokemon that I really like, where it's really good and then it evolves into Claydol, and that's sort of the it gets messed up a bit. I don't think it's bad. I like Staryu better than Jinx. Tangela, A tier. Actually, maybe S. We'll see where we get. I like Tangela a whole heck of a lot. Definitely like it more than these. Do I like it more than Machamp? No. Tangela goes right here. Mid A. Tauros used to be my favorite Pokemon. But now it's just kind of a bull with three tails. I still like it, but as far as a design goes, it's pretty boring. I do think it's better than a lot of the D tiers and probably a couple. I think it goes ahead of Eradicate in C tier. Tentacool is all right. Again, kind of boring. There's again, not a lot of personality to him. A lot of the reasons I've talked about several times over in this stream here, but I do think he's better than a lot of all the megas. Actually, he's not better than Beedrill. Tentacruel, on the other hand, good design, really strong, very cool. Yeah, dude. I always forget how much I like Tentacool. A lot of the Gen 1s, I really forget how cool they are until you go back and look at them. So let's see. Better than Hitmonchan for sure. But I don't think he's better than Omastar or anything up there. Tentacruel goes there. Vaporeon is the second best of the the exaggerated swagger. Okay. Vaporeon is worse than Flareon, but not by much. Actually, yeah, not by too much. In fact, I think it goes right there. Venusaur is a good design. It's better than Blastoise, but I think it's barely better than Blastoise. I think it goes right there. Venomoth is kind of just a moth, but it's got, with the spikes and its big old buggy eyes, it's got some more personality to it. It's stronger than the Megas. I think it's stronger than that too, but I don't think it's stronger than Oddish or Bellsprout. Venonat, on the other hand, is great. Good design. Good design. Gonna sit somewhere in B tier, somewhere around here. I think I do like it more than, yeah, throw it right there. Victory Bell. I really like, actually, let's do it. I really like Victory Bell. I think the designing it after a Nepenthes is smart. Victory Bell is going to be an S tier. Right there. All right. Vileplume is, I think, worse than Gloom, but better than Oddish. I think it's going to sit somewhere in B tier, right? Yeah, somewhere in B tier. What's the difference between having personality and being too busy? Okay. So essentially, some just like things about character design. A stronger character design, you'll be able to look at the thing and you'll be able to say, okay, this is what it's like. Is it aggressive? Is it sweet? Is it docile? Is it, all those things. A very strong design, you'll be able to look at a thing and you'll be able to tell a lot about their mental faculties. Just like they're like not so much in real life, but when you're designing characters, especially for like cartoons and games. So if I'm able to see strongly what the Pokemon's stats are based on sort of their facial expression, the decisions that are made with their color and everything, is that's having a strong personality. Being too busy is when the Pokemon has so much stuff going on that there's not a strong enough focal point. For example, since this is Brent asking me this, by the way, since you were hitting me on it earlier, Rapidash is very busy because it has all these different colors in the fire, and then its face isn't strong enough because it goes from having these very like stark black eyes with Ponyta to having white ones that are more detailed, and so it's harder to see the eyes. The fire takes a lot of attention because of how bright it is, and so it's hard to really pin down a focal point. To contrast with Ponyta, that eye is darker than everything on the Pokemon, so it stands out. And so that's why Rapidash is too busy. Tentacruel, on the other hand, even though it has all the tentacles, it has that black surrounding where its eyes are and focusing on the nose. It also has that red that contrasts. So the amount of things that are on it doesn't detract from the message that the design is trying to give you. So Tentacruel's not too busy because it's still balanced. Hope that makes sense. Voltorb is, again, I think stronger than Electrode, but it's still a Pokeball, but I like it more than a lot of these Megas. So he'll go right there. Vulpix is cute. It's a good way to do a Fox. I don't think the best way to do a Fox. I think Finnegan's stronger. But Vulpix is all right. I didn't actually put Vileplume where I wanted to. Actually, no, I think I did on accident, but that is about where I'd put Vileplume. Vulpix is pretty strong, but I think Vulpix goes about yeah, Vulpix is about here in B tier. Wartortle. Jesus. Again, like I said, I like this. This is one of the stronger of the middle evolutions. It's not as strong as Charmeleon, but it's definitely stronger than Ivysaur. And I think it sits right in between the Megas here. Weedle is a stronger worm design than Caterpie. Where did I put Caterpie somewhere in A tier, right? Yes. Actually, yeah, no, I'm right. It's barely. They're right next to each other, but I think Weedle is definitely stronger than Caterpie. Weeping Bell is gross. I really don't like Weeping Bell. I like Bellsprout fine. Like Victory Bell a lot. Obviously, I put it in S tier. Weeping Bell is not good. It's the bad way to it's bad. It's bad actually. Like, yeah, right there. Wheezing is good. Some nostalgia with Wheezing, I suppose, just because of the anime, but it's better than Coughing. Brent, it's got better personality to it. Yeah, again, dude, we're getting to this stage where it's like I do really just think that it's barely better than Coughing. I don't think it's better than those. Wigglytuff is stronger than Jigglypuff as a design, I think. And I put Jigglypuff somewhere. Where did I put Jigglypuff? I've lost the Puff. Oh, there's the Puff. Yeah. Yeah, man, honestly, I like Wigglytuff a lot. I think Wigglytuff is very solid. Yeah, right there. Zapdos. Worse than Moltres, definitely better than Articuno though. So where did I put it? Articuno's there. Cool. So in this range. Yeah, right there. Head of Dragonite. Zubat. Again, Zubat is not just a bat. It's better. It's weaker than Golbat. I think it's weaker than a lot of these in B tier here. But I think it's definitely stronger than, yeah, I think it sits right here. And with that, hey, we're done. Quite the long haul there. I'm sure. So thanks for everyone for sticking with me. I appreciate everyone fighting me. I'll slowly just go down here. Here are my S tiers. I'm pretty happy with these S tiers, although I kind of got bullied into Farfetch, but I'm happy he's there. He's a strong design. Um, oh man, I've been sitting for a while. Yeah. So these are my S tiers, and then so the best: Cubone, Beedrill, Hitmonlee, Scyther, Charizard, Victory Bell, Porygon, Gyarados, Eevee, Psyduck, Farfetch. Those are, I think, probably the strong. Yeah, I think I agree with that. Those are some of the strongest designs. Given if I wanted to give myself more time, I would probably adjust a few things. And then moving down to F tier, I think the weakest designs are probably Dugong, Spearow. Any rearranging I want to do. Yeah, hold on. Let me double check if there's anything I want to scoot around. I think there is one thing. I think I do want to. Yeah, I do want to scoot one thing. All right. And with that, everyone, thanks so much for joining me. Hey, if you guys, this was a lot of fun. If you guys are up for it, I'd love to go through and do all the gens. I'm a huge Pokemon fan. So it'd be a lot of fun. The gens get a little smaller as we go until we get to Gen 5, so the streams will be a little shorter than this one. But I appreciate all of y'all for sticking in with me for the long haul here. And with that, thanks for tuning into the Shellecast, and I will see you guys later. Y'all have a good night. See ya.